Hey guys, we are Group 2 and today I would like to talk about MHC restriction. MHC molecules are recognized by T cells as a set of peptide antigens. Peptide antigens are fragments of proteins that are produced by human cells or derived from pathogens. There are two types of MHC molecules, Class 1 and Class 2. And T cells react only to peptides on one of the two types of MHC molecules. DB cells, the source of T cells, express both CD4 and CD8, the co-receptors of MHC. But when they differentiate into T cells, they express only one of them. T cells expressing CD8 become cytotoxic T cells and bind MHC class 1 molecules to eliminate cells infected with pathogens. T cells use granzymes and perforin to induce apoptosis in cells. DB cells also become helper T cells when they express CD4, which then binds MHC class 2 molecules and activate B cells with phagocytes with cytokines. MHC restriction is used in positive and negative selection. T progenitor cells with TCRs that cannot bind to their own MHC do not receive signals from the TCRs and die by apoptosis, and only T progenitor cells with TCRs that can bind to MHC survive. This is positive selection using MHC restriction. Furthermore, T progenitor cells with TCRs that bind to MHC and also recognize self-antigens receive strong signals and die by apoptosis. This is called negative selection. Thus, only T progenitors with TCRs that bind to their own MHC but cannot recognize self-antigens receive a weak signal suitable for survival and survive to maturity. This system enables almost all T cells to have MHC restriction and central tolerance. Also, MHC restriction is important in rejection and transplantation. Molecules that are not in your own body can be targets of immune attack. The reason why transplants of other people's skin or organs are rejected is mainly because of the immune response to the differences in HLA type. HLA is MHC in the human body. For example, in bone marrow transplantation, in principle, transplants must be performed from donors whose HLA types match. There are two types of rejection, acute and chronic rejection. That mechanism is shown in the slide. Acute rejection occurs within the first 3 months after the transplantation. It is caused by a direct recognition from the recipient T cell. On the other hand, chronic rejection occurs years after the transplantation. It is caused by indirect recognition by the recipient T cell. I hope you guys understood what MHC restriction is. This is the end of the presentation. Thank you for listening.